I'd like to call tonight's meeting to order. It's August 18th, 2016, and it's 7 p.m. First item on the agenda is the prayer and pledge. I will lead us in a prayer, and then we have special guests from the Boys and Girls Club, and they are going to do their creed and pledge allegiance. So if you'll please stand and bow. Please bow. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this day, and thank you for allowing us to live in such a great community. So thankful for the boys and girls that are here. Their hard work has paid off this year, and we just lift them up to you and bless them and their families. Please guide us tonight as we make decisions for our community and as we recognize these wonderful boys and girls. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Y'all do your creed, and then we'll do.
I believe in God and the right to worship.
I believe in God and the right to worship.
According to my own faith and religion.
According to my own faith and religion.
I believe in America and the American way of life.
I believe in America and the American way of life.
Constitution and the Bill of Rights.
Constitution and the Bill of Rights.
I believe in fair play, honesty, and sportsmanship.
I believe in fair play, honesty, and sportsmanship.
I believe in my Boys and Girls Club, which stands for these things.
I believe in my Boys and Girls Club, which stands for these things.
I am a Boys and Girls Club member.
I am a Boys and Girls Club member.
Okay, if y'all lead us in the pledge.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, if y'all want to stay up here, do you want to introduce them, or you don't want to say your names yourself? How about that? Okay, why don't we just start there with you, if you want to go ahead and just say your name and we'll go on down. No, whatever you want to do, go ahead. I need a leader, come on. Hi, okay.
Loud.
Rose, Samantha,
Okay, good job, guys. Thank you. Okay, the next item on the agenda is approval of the agenda.
Move. Second.
Got a first and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Third item on the agenda is citizens' comments. Do we have any tonight?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, the citizen is Mr. Bob Brooks.
Mayor, Commissioners, our preacher has a saying that's probably appropriate tonight. If this doesn't get you fired up, your wood's wet. What I'd like to mention tonight is it's appropriate for the city to send out letters when we don't keep our grass cut the way it should. I was wondering if there's something that we could do about the vacant lot in front of City Hall, especially before Nature Fest, so that it might look a little bit neater. Do we have any kind of leverage over the landowner to do that? That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, the fourth item is awards and recognition, and I don't know if you've noticed, but we've got a lot of special guests here tonight, and we have a lot of people to recognize. But also, before we get started, I just wanted to recognize our county commissioner that's here, Bubba Jones. Thank you for coming. And then also, I'm going to hand it over to Commissioner Crutcher, and he will call our boys and girls up one at a time. I think we have a slideshow that'll be presented. We just asked the teams, coaches, to introduce the boys and girls. And then once your team has gotten a picture, then just move over to the side, the first team, and then the second, and leave the third team for the middle. And then we'll get a group picture with everybody together. So congratulations, y'all have really made Fairview proud this year. And I'll pass it over to Commissioner Crutcher.
Thank you, Mayor. Actually, was going to have the coaches announce the players before I got the list, but now I have the list, so I'll announce them for you. So as I call out the coaches' names, just come up and then I'll call out the individual players, and we'll do it by age group, and we'll just line up right up here in front of us. I just want to say that I sat on the FRA board this year, as did Commissioner Johnson, and I'm really excited to be a part of the Fairview Recreation Association, and I'm proud of all of our athletes this year, and the parents and the coaches and all the other volunteers. Are we going to do the slideshow now or just as we go? Okay. We're going to start with the 9 and 10-year-old boys who were the state champions in AAA and Dix Youth Baseball this year for the state of Tennessee. They went to Laurel, Mississippi to compete in the World Series. I was fortunate enough to go down and watch them play one game there in Laurel. They beat Georgia. It was a good game and very exciting, and I'm very proud of them and proud that they represented Fairview the way that they did. The boys were coached by Brian Lee. Assistant coaches were Travis Lankford and Chad Embry. The players were Josh Lee, Lane Howell, Peyton Keys, Nathan Dillingham, Thomas Lankford, Kylan Keller, Aiden Black, Bryce Embry, Ethan Pope, Mays McCoy, AJ Black, and Hayden Caldwell. And do you want to just scoot around here and I guess we can get a picture?
Yeah.
Coaches, if y'all get on either side and smaller boys in the front are. Hey guys, make sure you can see my camera, okay? Or I won't be able to see your face. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job.
Good job. Hey, y'all just scoot on. Yeah, that'll be great. Way to go, guys.
All right, next we will go to the 9 and 10 girls. And I can't remember what that age group is called. Was it the Angels? Thank you. The Dixie the Dixie Angels, and they played as the representative from the state of Tennessee in the World Series held in North Myrtle Beach. And I can tell you, it was really hard for us to go to North Myrtle Beach to play ball. But anyway, they were coached by Bo Sullivan, assistant coach Robert Russell, and assistant coach Ashley Locke. And the players are Addie Sullivan, Bella Turney, Lindley Harville, Madison Brewer, Gigi Harris, Gracie Toddy, Anna Marie, Jenna Murowski. Did I pronounce that right? I hope. Reagan Locke, Sydney Givens, Mackenzie Putnam, Gabby Curtis. That's it.
Okay, girls, if you can't see my camera, I can't see your face. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Stand back over there, yeah.
Hand these out to the girls. All right, this next group of girls I'm particularly partial to because I help coach this age group, and it's the 11 to 12-year-old girls, the Dixie Ponytails. And they were coached, the head coach was Paul Stacy, who couldn't be with us tonight. The other assistant coach, in addition to myself, was John White. And these girls brought home this hardware that you see sitting on the table here, which is the Sportsmanship Award. And I have just a short statement to read from Dixie, but let's... The James Obie Evans Heaven Harris is the most prestigious award in Dixie softball. This is awarded to the Dixie Softball Ponytails World Series team that demonstrates the best attitude and love of the game. The Tennessee team from Fairview was awarded this trophy at the 2016 Dixie Ponytails World Series in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina on August the 5th. These players, coaches, parents, and fans showed great sportsmanship during their stay at the tournament. These girls and coaches have made Fairview proud. The players were Riley Dillingham, Haley Buttry, McKenna Spicer, Casey Mullins, Grayson LaRocca, Emily Metz, Mackenzie Green, Jaden Judkins, Lacey Diggs, Maya Stacy, Tori Ferguson, and Maddie White. All right, scoot in.
Okay, so try to hold it down where it's not in front of your face, okay?
Haley.
You ready? Good job. We're gonna get a whole group picture, so we'll have to kind of come together, and it'd be really important to bring the shorter in the front, okay? Yeah, the coaches can go up behind.
Coaches, come up top.
Yeah, let's get up.
Come up top, coach.
Come on, boys. They're not gonna bite you. Come on.
They might. I thought
Anywhere.
where, yeah, just sit, yeah, we just gotta stay within them.
I'm gonna be the mayor for a minute.
Yeah, go ahead, you want the, yeah.
Okay, again, if you can't see my camera, I can't see your face. There's some of you I can't see. So try to get, like, when they're standing together, get in between them, okay? Because I want to make sure everybody's in the picture. Ready?
It's not even an election year.
I always go with the no smile.
Okay, I'm gonna count to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job.
Big hand.
It's done.
Put your barn, go beat you.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Christian
Yeah.
to help me put the.
I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Feel free, if you would like to exit, feel free to stay if you want. But I know some of you want to get home and I'm sure do homework or something like that. So feel free. Thank you guys. Very proud of you.
Probably better just take a 2-minute recess.
Do you want to?
Might as well,
Okay,
really.
we're going to take a 5-minute recess and then we'll start back.
Let everybody clear out.
Continue on with the meeting. And boy, that was exciting. Glad to have so many boys and girls with us tonight. It actually adds a lot of excitement to our meetings. We probably should find reasons to do that more often. I will move on to public announcements. And I know probably one thing we definitely want to mention tonight is the Battle at 840 ball game that is Friday night at the high school. And as the city manager mentioned in our workshop, we will both be there doing the coin toss. So that'll be interesting.
I look forward to it.
So, but anyway, come out. There's a lot of excitement. I think they're going to have food before the game and a lot of activities. Go out, great opportunity to support our local team. And I think it'll be a big crowd and a lot of fun. Any other announcements that we know of?
And if you want to get up close and personal with some of the players on the football team, they have breakfast every Friday morning at Country Cafe, starting at about 6:30. Come on out, it's a lot of fun. Just going out to Country Cafe, they have a buffet, and meet the boys and talk to the coaches.
Okay, great. Okay, and I guess if that's it, nobody has any more announcements, we'll go to staff comments. And I guess we will, yes, oh yes, thank you, Ron. I'm so sorry. We have a big announcement, and Ron Rowe is going to come share it for our friends of the library. Go ahead.
Commissioners, the Friends of the Fairview Library used book sale is coming next week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the 25th through the 27th. The book sale will be held on Thursday and Friday next week and Saturday. Thursday and Friday, it's 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. On Thursday and Friday and Saturday, it's 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Fairview Recreation Center. The book sale and other fundraising events are big projects for the Friends of the Library, and these projects require some strong and willing hands. So anyone that would want to volunteer to help on setup on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of next week, and then there's a day after the event to pack up the books. So if you're looking to plug into something that's not a long-term commitment, it could be just an hour. Just stop by the Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and I think it's in the morning there. The setup is 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So just stop by, say, hey, I can help out for an hour. That's all we need. In conjunction with the book sale, the Fairview Family and Community Education Club will be offering a coffee shop during the morning hours. Flavorful coffee is donated by First District Coffee Company, which they'll be served. Delicious homemade baked goods will be sold, including cookies, muffins, brownies, cupcakes, and breads. There will also be handmade book and coffee-related crafts for sale, book tags, bookmarks, book covers, coffee cozies, coffee gift bags, and unique purses. As always, all the proceeds from the sales directly benefit the Fairview branch of the Williamson County Library. So we're excited about that this year. So come on out, check out the books, and talk to the people that are roaming around looking for books. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and then now we'll move on to staff comments, and we'll start with Mr. Hall as Codes Director.
Thank you, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Board of Commissioners. I'd like to report tonight. Been working on getting some of our engineering right-of-way acquisition expenses back from TDOT. I want to thank Anna Emerson with the MPO, Denise Baker with TDOT. Tom Doherty's helped quite a bit on it, but also Zach Dufour with Kimley Horn and his audit division. Some of these charges go back to 2011, and the invoices will be going out in the morning. Hopefully, the final figure will be $45,436 that we'll be getting refunded back to the city. Some of this is 100%, some of it's 80%. But that's good money that we've recovered, and hopefully everything goes in the right direction for that. The next thing I'd like to report, I've been talking to Greg Roble regarding putting our zoning map on the website, and between he and Brandy and myself, we hope to get that accomplished pretty soon, because we get a whirl of calls from appraisers wanting to know what current zoning is. We have to get up and go look, so if we got it on the website, we can direct them to it, and they can, help their own self to our zoning. So that's going to be a huge asset. There's no cost for that, by the way. One other thing that's mentioned, 840 has been mentioned a lot tonight. 840 was proposed through the MPO to become an interstate. It was lobbied to the state legislator, and it is now an interstate, and we're waiting on signage to go up that I'm hoping will help the traffic flow around Fairview, especially the truckers. When we have accidents, maybe they'll consider that they can go on and go forward. So 840 now is an interstate. So we're waiting on signage to go up, and had a good conversation with Michael Skipper yesterday after the GNRC meeting about that. That's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Great.
Oh,
And,
one other thing.
yes.
As we all know, Hardee's is well underway.
Good deal, good deal. Can you kind of give us the update of the meeting with our streetscape? There's, been a lot of questions, and we met with them this week, and I think they're working on getting it right.
I think they're coming back with, the center of the median itself is the problem with the drainage, and they're coming back with a stone in the middle with mulch around the outer edges of it. It looked real good from the rendering that I believe they gave you to you, I believe, didn't they, Mayor? And there will be live plants. There will be no more dead plants. That was the one thing that I think we've all been disappointed in. But we're having one more meeting with the state engineers and Lotion Associates to get all the final things taken care of. And the word that we were told that Sean Bible with the beautification division of the state is going to take care of paying for the stone. That was the word we had in that meeting.
Yes.
So, and in taking mind, until Lowe's signs off on it and the state engineer sign off of it, we still have a year after that before we're responsible for any of the plants that might go. While we're on plants and trees, one thing I'm going to be bringing to the next tree board is, instead of a 1-year maintenance, I'd like to see a 3-year maintenance, because I'm having some issues with Fast Pace right now. The lady from California that owns that property had me go out and check. We have some dead plants out there. She is going to make sure that they're taken care of. But I'd like to see a 3-year window of a maintenance bond in place where that gives the plants ample time to mature and become live good plants. So that's my goal there. Okay.
Sounds good. Did you have something?
I did, just real quick, Mr. Hall, and you may have been in this email as well, but I wanted to ask before I forgot about it. As we probably all recall, we had a work session with the folks from the Meadows not too awfully long ago, and some of the adjacent property owners. Apparently, one of the adjacent property owners is now, instead of just seeing them cutting trees over there, and you may know this already, but they say that there's dirt being moved, if there was a bulldozer or something over there. There was question about whether or not that has now come before the city with anything, or where that is.
Okay. There has nothing come before the city as far as any grading plan or any kind of plan. Todd and I've been out there 2 days in a row. I do hear the same thing that they hear, and I do see what they're seeing. They're digging, it looks like, possibly checking if the soil scientist is probably checking to see if the land perks. But as far as any real moving of dirt, we don't see that from the yards that we are able to see from. The only other thing is we would have to get permission to walk on private property, but one other thing I might mention while we're on that subject, there has been a marketing person from Boston, Massachusetts, coming in to want to know what the market is here as far as capacity goes. So I did what I should have done and took him around to the property, showed him that there was no access to it that I could find, no easement that we know about. But we took him to the Legacy to see what their capacity of rental was, and he met with her. But that is still nothing specific been brought to us other than those 2 items.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
I've got one, just to possibly answer Mr. Brooks' question earlier about the lot out here, and that's come up several times about them keeping that cut down.
yes.
And what restrictions do commercial have that is not imposed on the citizens around here? Because I see a lot of property like that, a lot.
that particular property, as I explained to the city manager a few minutes ago, we've had several registered letters sent that's returned and undeliverable. The phone number we have is no longer in service. The address of their business is it's not at the address. I've been by there myself when I'd be in town, waiting on time to get to meetings and everything. We could go ahead and do it, but it will be at our expense, and we'll have to put a lien on it. That's what John had been doing in the past, would put a lien on it. The unfortunate thing, the person that was doing the bush hogging of that piece of property is passed on. So I'll have to find someone new to do the bush hogging. So if I can get some, and we can go ahead and then we'll file a lien on the property. But it's in one of my goals to get done this fall so that it would at least last through the winter time until it starts to regrow back next spring, so.
Well, I think all these commercial properties we've got that look like that, it needs to be done. If we need to put a lien on it, put a lien on it.
We already have a couple liens on it, though.
Well, do we already have liens on it?
It costs about $1,000, but I think Tom there was an update on that, wasn't it, Tom?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. I think that we did receive the money back for the past liens that we had on it.
Okay, so we don't have a current lien on
And
it.
the county can't give me any more information than we've got already. In fact, Sharon and I have been looking into that pretty well all week long.
Well, I know we had go to, county wants to afford to condemn a piece of property up here on the right-hand side that we eventually tore down.
Yeah.
But it took a couple of years, but I'm like everybody, this looks terrible out here.
Yes, sir, it does.
And I know the city, when we cut deep into a lot of people's property
Yeah.
to make it look pretty good going up and down this highway. I think we cut too far sometimes. They should be responsible for doing it. So I'd like to see that.
I would love to see it done myself, and I'm working on it.
Just cut it, put a lien on it, and get the money back.
Okay.
It will sell.
Okay, Commissioner Crutcher?
Thank you, Mayor. The other thing is not just the cutting of the property over here, but it's, at one point, it seemed like maybe a year ago or so, I'd heard mention that they were gonna come in and level all that back out, and is there anything we can do with just leaving mounds of dirt piled up and letting grass grow up over it?
The owner then didn't want to spend the money that Mr. Beata had. They've already got the silt fence and everything around, so, if we can look into seeing if we can do that, but that would be a legal question, I think, is whether we have the right to, level them mounds back off. I'm not sure on whether we have the right to do that. Do you have any idea, Larry?
I'd have to check with Mr. Hall and get back to you to be sure, because you have some things you can do and some you can't. And if we got a bond on that or something that secured the grading, then we need to know that, because certainly if you have a bond on it, you've got a way to do it and get paid for it.
Yes, okay.
But I don't know if I don't recall off the top of my head if they.
Okay. I'll check into the bond situation.
It's
I'm
sold
sure
about
they
4
would love
times in
us.
the last 8 years.
Sir?
It's sold about 4 times in the last 8 years.
Well, we actually met with the real estate person, the mayor and I did, 8 or 10 months ago?
Yeah, maybe a year.
And they were trying to discount the property, wanted the city to buy it.
Yeah, for $1 million.
Yeah, $1.2 million, I think, or something, but at the time, we couldn't.
For just the back
purchase-
section. They
yeah.
wanted to keep the front.
Yeah, so, there's been some activity on it, but even in the sign that's down there now, that real estate company no longer represents that piece of property, and so I've checked into that already. So.
Well, and I'm sure they would love for us to grade their piece of property, but I don't know that, we'd ever get our money back. We might be better off taking the property. And it is actually a safety issue.
And the drainage down there is the problem, because that's the problem because it's not pad ready to sell, and that's been one of the hindrance on selling this, according to that real estate agent.
Okay, any other questions? So we all kind of look into that and report maybe next meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that'll bring Mr. Darty.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to take a brief minute to thank the department heads and Roy Russell. We go through emission testing for the fleet about this time every year, and And right now, well, we've got everything passed except for one vehicle, and we think that's going to pass here shortly. We have to have everything turned in we have to have everything passed by September 1st, and then I'll turn that in. But there's been the fire department, the police department, and the streets and the parks. They just did a real good job getting their fleet taken care of this year, and I just want to publicly thank them. Also, this past week, I had the opportunity to go to TML's inaugural Risk and Insurance Symposium, and had the opportunity to go with our safety officer, Roy Russell, and our city recorder, Randy Johnson. And I only got to go to one day, but it's really nice to put a face to the people you work with when you're dealing with claims, whether it be workman's comp or property or liability issues. Very good networking experience. I attended 2 classes, privacy and network liability, and third-party facility use and special events. And it was a good event, and I'm thinking it's a hit, and I think they'll continue to do it going forward. And the last thing I want to report, we had a very intense week last week, but it was a very good week with our new audit firm. I'm hoping we've created a good, solid foundation, and I've got a very excellent preliminary general fund audit report to give you guys. This time last year, at the end of our audit, general fund balance was $368,042. Preliminary report is at 6/30/2016. General fund balance is $2,289,355. That's a $1,921,313 increase in general fund balance. Mr. Urey looked at me one time. He says, "This is a heck of a turnaround." And I said, "Thank you. We've worked hard, and I think we're going in the right direction." Also, as far as our appropriations, we had appropriated $5,580,426. We spent $5,324,291. So we came in under budget, $256,135. So again, I want to thank all the department heads, everybody staying under budget and doing their jobs with what the resources they had available to them. Like I said, these are preliminary numbers, but I called Lori Bernard, told her, because I haven't heard about our budget being approved yet, and I'd already heard by this time last year, and she said it was still in the stack, but I told her I wanted to talk to her before I entered our appropriations into our accounting system, and because I didn't want to have to go back and do a bunch of changes, but she was very excited about City Fairview, and she said maybe we could talk to some of the other folks she's working with. But I'm excited, and I've shared this with just about anybody that'll listen. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Very exciting. Good job, everybody. It wouldn't have been possible without y'all and some of the decisions that had to be made. And thanks to the citizens and everybody that had to have buy-in to make it work. I think that sounds a lot better than last year. So just keep it up and let's keep moving forward. Do you have anything, Ms. Johnson?
Just a couple real quick things. One is actually a mistake I made in the packet. The agenda's correct on item 10A, but I included the wrong item in the packet, so that's why you have the corrected version at your spot tonight. Another thing, I don't know if Commissioner Crutcher mentioned or not, but I didn't want to let the opportunity pass. The boys team that was here tonight were Tennessee State champs, undefeated in that tournament. So if you've ever taken a team to the state tournament, you know what that means. That is a big deal. So just wanted to make sure I mentioned that. And then
real quick, we were talking about several community events. I know GraceWorks they're doing their food drive. I believe it's next Saturday, not this Saturday, but the next Saturday, and that's at FMS, and they usually start early, but the details will be on GraceWorks website. So that's a great event too, if you've never done that.
Yeah, great. Also, you just reminded me when you said GraceWorks, they have a free legal clinic there once a week, I think. I can't tell you what day, but I'm sure they have it on their website. And any citizen that wants to come in, they have attorneys there, and they will help with any legal service. So I'll work on getting the exact date, but I'm sure you can look it up on the website and find that out. And I'm sorry, I jumped over. Did anybody else have any comments or questions for Mr. Daugherty? Okay, and now Ms. Johnson, do you have anything for her? Okay. Okay, Mr. Paisley.
I'm going to announce the paving of Bowie Park, the roadway in front of Nature Center and the parking lot are completed. They will be striping hopefully tomorrow if the weather holds out. And also announced that there was, I believe, 14 different schools out today for cross-country.
Oh, wow.
So I think that's the biggest cross-country we've had out there. So only one lost person that I've heard of so far.
Yeah.
Were they found?
Yes. And it happened to be a Fairview student.
Okay, yes, Vice Mayor.
What about the handicap swing, the dugout part up underneath it? Have we fixed that yet?
Not yet. We're discussing that. We're looking at the mats, like you suggested before, seeing how easy that would be, or if we actually just need to buy a regular mat that you can get through the swing companies.
To me, that's a dangerous thing that should be addressed right away. As they've gone through there, people, this big swing and handicap swings over for wheelchairs and things, it really dug out a deep hole. So if somebody's pushing to make it easily fall up under that and get hurt. So we've been talking about it a pretty good while. So if we could step up looking at that, it'd be great.
Okay.
Like on the side of the regular swing?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that the.
Yeah, it's real obvious when you get over to it. So that's all I got. Y'all do a great job too. Okay, thank you.
Anything else? Are we done with the music, or do we
Yes,
have
we
one
are.
more? Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll approve the consent agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a first and second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 9, old business, discuss and take action on expiring board seat, and that is me. And then we had one applicant to fill a seat, Mr. Scott Tucker, but I see he's not here.
He's not here tonight, so I will remind him again for next time.
Okay, thank you. So no action will be taken. That gives us item 10, new business, discuss and take action on Bill 2016-25.
An ordinance for an amendment to the City of Fairview, Tennessee budget for fiscal year 2016-2017 budget concerning the mower. Mr. Dowdy.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. This was a item on the project list. It's a mower that's been, I think it's seen its better days. We had $10,000 in the project list, and we got it down to $7,400. I recommend we take it out of the 5 cents dedicated to the park fund out of the property tax, 5 cents from last year. I know Keith Paisley and our new city manager, Mr. Collins, have discussed this. They would have to answer any questions to detail on the purchase.
Move to approve the recommendation from budget.
Second.
Okay, got a first and second discussion.
Just restate that again, Tom, for the record, about 5%.
I recommend that the funds to pay for this come out of the 5 cents that were accrued last year, last year's property tax that was allocated for park use.
And remind me, I know actually you showed me this probably this week or sometime soon. How much did we have from last year that was designated to the park, the 5 cents from last year?
The total was 85,000. The History Village had 75,000, excuse me, had 17,000.
Okay.
Paid for in fiscal year 16. So we went into fiscal year, went into fiscal year 17 with $68,000 balance. And another budget amendment earlier in the year got us down to a balance of $56,650. This purchase would put us at a balance of $49,250. That what started out as 85.
Okay. Any other discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, that brings us to item 11, city manager's item of discussion. Any updates?
Mayor, Member of the Commission, two items for you. I sent an email out last week. We're changing the day from Wednesdays to Tuesdays, but we're going to establish department meetings. We'll do those all day on Tuesdays. We'll meet with each department individually. We've combined police and fire just for the purpose of public safety generally. If we need to separate those, we will. I'll resend you that schedule, but those will be each and every Tuesday. I encourage you to come by and attend. They'll be in the conference room. What we will do is information that comes from those meetings that needs to be addressed by the commission, I'll send that information back out to the commission member assigned to that department as you have for agenda items, so we'll be able to move those through. But we hope to improve communication internally and in turn improve communication back out to you. But those will be standing, and unless there's some circumstance outside of our control, we'll have those each and every week, and we'll follow up with those meetings and information that comes to them or from them. The second thing I have for you tonight is, as I understand it, qualifying for commission seats expired today, so whoever's qualified is qualified. I'm going to let you know that in October, I'm going to schedule a series of informational meetings for candidates who are running for office. As I understand it, the election is the national election day, which is in November, and then those commission members who are elected are seated at the next regularly scheduled meeting, which gives you about a week. What I'd like to do during the month of October is to make sure that we've informed those candidates as well as we can as to how the city operates, everyone's role, procedures. We don't expect it to be all-inclusive and answer every question, but we do want to have those candidates as prepared as they can be for the night that they're sworn in and make sure that everyone's kind of on the same page and ready to go. So that'll take us the month. Some of that will be repetitive, but we'll make sure we get as much information as we can to those candidates, so whoever wins when they come and fill these seats, they're ready to get to work on the night that they get here.
That's a great idea.
So we have those, and that's all I have for you tonight.
Okay. Sounds like a great idea. Thank you. City Attorney?
I have nothing further at this time, Mayor.
Okay. Okay, if I guess I'll start with Commissioner Crutcher.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to again congratulate the boys and girls that were here tonight. And I left out some people that I should have recognized earlier, and unfortunately they're not here now, but I will recognize them. Kelly Hollers is the president of the Fairview Recreation Association. He was here tonight. He put in a lot of hours this summer at the ballpark and went to both the World Series in North Myrtle Beach and to the World Series in Laurel, Mississippi with these teams. So, he should have been recognized tonight, and I apologize to him for not recognizing him. In addition, I should have recognized my wife because she was involved in the fundraising with some help to get these girls' funds to go. And I can assure you she spent a lot of hours and had a lot of headaches in getting this together. Should have recognized her as well, Amanda.
And she's a board member.
And she's on the FRA board, so the secretary of the board. So I didn't recognize those two people. I'm sure I've still missed others, but I wanted to make sure that I recognized those two people, especially in light of the fact that I'm about to go home to one of them. So anyway, that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And Commissioner Johnson?
Thank you, Mayor. No, I'd like to go along the same lines as Shannon, just saying the kids really made Fairview proud, and that's what it's all about. So I want to thank them and congratulate them, and hopefully we can do even better next year. Thank you, Mayor.
And Vice Mayor?
Along those same lines, congratulations to all the young people that were here tonight and throughout the city, because they all put in a great effort to have the programs going forward. I think this year with the Fairview Athletic Association, they actually ended up plus this year, and that was after buying several different sets of uniforms to go to these World Series and things like that. Am I correct, Shannon? Fundraising, a lot of people in Fairview, they had traffic stop down here almost 24 hours a day, every weekend. You couldn't get in McDonald's without having to donate some money some night or another, but which was a great effort for them. But all the coaches and parents and everybody puts in a lot of time and effort. I did it for 9 years, and I want to congratulate each and every one of them, because these children are our future, and we need to support them as best we can. Thank you. That's all I've got.
And thank you. Yeah, same thing. Loved having them here tonight. It was a great occasion. Glad that you invited the Boys and Girls Club, Vice Mayor. It's always great to have the kids of our community brought together. I do want to echo what Commissioner Crutcher said. I probably served with Kelly 15 years ago. So he's been dedicating a lot of time for many years. He did his kids and now grandkids, and just love of the sports and the community. And congratulations on the crews that helped take it back over, and all the hard work that they have done. Thank both of the BOC members for serving. It is definitely, I've done that too, and it's definitely time consuming, and all the parents that serve the high school and soccer and now the rec center. Thank you for what you do for our community. And that'll be it tonight. So if I can get a motion to adjourn, we'll close.
Second.
Meeting's adjourned.